Hey, welcome to the best episodes of Credit 101. This is episode 29. It's literally just one more left for the best episodes of Credit 101. If you guys have the membership already, then perfect. You guys have access to over 40 different documents that I created. You guys have access to all the videos without all the ads and all the good stuff. You have all of my blogs really right there. If you guys have special links that you need to click, you can just click all the special links there. But I know this is going to help you make sure that your credit is all the way together. I'm talking 800s, y'all. That's what we need. If you guys don't have the membership, go ahead and get it. It's only $1 for the first 7 days and then $9.99 per month. Like, it's very, very cheap. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about debt negotiation and settlement. Okay. And what's the difference? So we need to talk about what is debt negotiation and what's settlement. So let's go right on into it. If you guys have the membership, go ahead and download this quick one-page guide that I created for you guys so that you guys can learn the difference. And if you guys don't have a membership, again, look in the comments in the description and get the guide. Okay. And get all the other things that's there. We have so much stuff that's there for you all. But we need to talk about the difference. So the definition, when we talk about debt negotiation and settlement. So debt negotiation, that's when you negotiate with your creditors to reduce your interest rate, your monthly payments, or your fees. And then with debt settlement, that's when you're actually settling the debt for the full amount. And often you're paying it through a lump sum. So if you're going to negotiate with a debt, probably you're negotiating because you still have that account right then and there. Maybe you want to change the monthly payment. Maybe you want to reduce the interest. A lot of times with negotiation, you still have this account open. Debt settlement, you selling it out because it's closed. You just want to take care of it. A lot of times it's like usually with like collections, sometimes with charge-offs. That's what you think about with debt settlement. So if you have an account open, usually a lot of times I think about negotiation. Settlement is when you just trying to get rid of it. You don't want to talk about this debt no more. You don't even want to see that debt no more. Okay. Impact on your credit. So you may have like a minor impact. And that's especially if you continue to make your payments on time. So if you continue to make your payments on time, you shouldn't see any problems. If you're not paying your payments on time, or sometimes you do certain negotiations, they may report you as late. And that's going to be something that's huge. You want to make sure that they're not going to report you late. So with this, as long as you're paying on time or you talk to them, you should see that your credit is starting to get better. Now, usually with the debt settlement, usually you already start making payments before the settlement, so it's not going to be anything different. Whatever happened already happened. It already hit your credit, the amount paid. So usually with debt negotiation, we talking about the full balance owed, but you may have reduced interest, fees, or monthly payments. Again, that's really the biggest thing with the amount that you're going to pay. Now, usually with debt settlements, you're trying to pay 40 to 60% on the original debt. So if you owe $1,000, you're really trying to pay $400 to $600. You're not trying to pay the full $1,000. Now, if you're doing the debt negotiation, you still owe that $1,000, but you're saying, hey, give me a lower interest rate, take some of the fees off. You're doing things like that. Now, the duration of this is going to be an ongoing debt until it's paid off or you negotiate some new terms. Now, usually with the debt settlement, it could take months or maybe years, depending on how much you save for the lump sum settlement. Maybe you just pay it all right away and that's it. It's you finna call it right now, you finna pay it. It's not that much. It's $300. You finna pay it right now. It's the end. I don't want to see this no more. That's the duration. Like, that's it. It's going to just last right now during this phone call. Now, the legal consequences. Now, usually legal consequences is creditors are less likely to pursue legal action when you're already doing something with that negotiation. But I have seen, even with doing negotiation, that they may sue you, and creditors may take legal action while waiting for a settlement to be reached too. That's another thing. They may go ahead and take legal action, and I have seen that too. When it comes down to the fees, generally there's no fees unless you're working with a third party negotiator. Then they'll charge you fees. Debt settlement companies sometimes can charge 15 to 25% of the debt settlement amount as a fee. Okay, so that's the difference in both of them. Now, what's the pros? Now, the pros is with debt negotiation, when you still have this debt, a lot of time it's less damage to your credit score. It may lower your monthly payments, and it helps you avoid legal consequences because you're talking to them, y'all negotiating. They know you trying to give them some money. With debt settlement, sometimes you just pop up on them and say, hey, I want, you just pop up and say, hey, I want to just pay this. You randomly come in, you didn't even have any type of negotiation. So So with this one, it's going to this one is going to actually really reduce the total amount of your debt, because again, you're paying 40 to 60%, and you may be able to resolve it faster too, because you already say, hey, I'm going to pay 40% of it, I'm going to pay 60%. Okay, pay it. That's good. Like, you don't have to go back and forth about interest rates or fees or none of that. Hey, I'm gonna just pay 60%. We good on that? Okay, y'all good? We good? Okay, let me pay it. Now the cons, you're still responsible for the full debt when you're doing debt negotiation. We're talking about the interest and the fees may not be completely removed. Now, when it come down to the settlement, you already done damaged your credit by this time. You may continue to get collection calls if you don't settle it out all the way, and it may lead to tax implications too on a forgiven debt. So keep these things in mind. Now, when it come down to that settlement, if you go ahead and sell it out, maybe you can ask them to remove this account from your credit report. That way, your credit is actually better. Now, the debt negotiation is better for people who want to avoid a default, or maybe you want to maintain a good credit health. You don't really necessarily want to mess up your credit. You want to maintain these different things. This can be great for you, and this can be good for those who are avoiding to who wants to afford making their payments, because they want to lower the interest rate. Lowering the interest rate can actually lower their payment. Maybe they want to change the payment amount they're paying every month. So debt negotiation may be best for you, especially if that account is already open. And then individuals who cannot pay the full amount, or who are willing to accept credit damage, because basically is what you want to be doing, is you want to be accepting it, because you got to get to this part. Sometimes people are like, I'm gonna wait till they charge it off, then I'm gonna settle it. Okay, your credit gonna be ruined. You got all these late payments, and then maybe they want to sell it to a collection company. Your credit is so ruined at that point. Um, then if you're willing to take that risk, maybe you want to do the settlement and just sell it out all the way and ask them to remove it from your credit reports. Now, remember, it can be different for everybody. Everybody gonna want to do different things, but there is a few key takeaways. Debt negotiation is for those people that have an account. So if you have an account like right now with them, if you want to basically settle out this debt negotiation may be the best for you. That's, you just want to settle it out. You just want to probably change the monthly payments. You want to be able to manage it. Just think about the people that's thinking like, oh, you know what, I want to pay my credit card, but $50 a month is just too much. Can I go down to 30? Like, you want to change it. All this interest rate is killing me. Can I get a better interest rate where I'm not gonna be able to pay it? Try to see if you can do some negotiation, and also debt settlement. If you have some debts on your credit report, maybe you want to think about just settling it. I know I settled before with Portfolio Recovery, and when I settled with them, it was really a good thing because my credit score went up right away. I didn't have time to be fighting with them, honestly, and I need to know fully how that process is going to work with them. So I did it too as a tester in a way. So now I know based off of experience. Once you settle a debt with like Portfolio Recovery and some of these companies out there, they automatically delete it from your credit report. Ain't no negotiation or settlement. Once you pay whatever y'all agreed upon, they're going to delete it from your credit report. But make sure you guys get this guide so you can continue to go over it, and you can figure out what's best for you. Maybe you're going to forget these different things. Maybe you need to keep it in your household for your kids, because a lot of the stuff I am putting aside of our teen, we're going to do one just for teens. Some of the stuff I am putting aside the teen membership, but I'm switching a few things up to make it where they can understand it, because it's more of a teen language. And I'm having my daughter actually help me with this too, so she can make it where the teens can actually comprehend these different topics. But hopefully this is very helpful to you guys. Make sure you guys leave me a comment. Let me know what things were I missing. What was some of your best episodes, so I can create some documents for it, because I'm willing to create these documents for you guys. And also, if you don't have a membership, get it. It's $1 for the first 7 days, and then after that, just $9.99 per month. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.